Hello everyone, this is Portuguese Canadian Pedro and...
All right. This is your main man Will, the Chinese Canadian. Cut that part. the Chinese Canadian.
He's the Chinese
How's it going, guys?
Cool, so me and Will want to talk about something that's very important, which is in the hiring process, diversifying the allocation of your time. So I'm going to focus in on the job search because I'm an IT recruiter,
Right.
and he's going to focus in on upskilling because he's a solution architect and a developer.
Something like that, yeah.
Cool, so let me be quick. When you're involved in a job search, I would recommend maybe splitting your time 3 ways. The first one is, of course, directly applying to jobs. So on LinkedIn, you see a lot of job ads that you like. Go ahead and click direct apply. If there's an option to customize your resume, maybe go ahead and do that. But spend some time directly applying to things. Secondly, build a couple relationships with recruiters. These are people who spend their entire day working on 10 different roles at a time. If you've got an in-demand skill set, like you're a Python developer, talk to a couple of recruiters. I'm sure they'll be messaging you with jobs. Thirdly, see if you can make direct relationships with people who are already doing the job that you want to do within the companies that you want to work in. Send out a LinkedIn request. Hey, you're doing something which is in the path that I would like to. Even the company you work with is cool. I'd love to have a 5-minute conversation. Most people, if you ask them for advice, will feel complimented and will give it to you. So that's a great way to diversify your time when looking for a job, because everybody knows if all you're doing is direct replying or direct applying to jobs and not getting a response, it's depressing and it'll make you want to stop. Diversify your time.
So there's always that saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket, and you explained that perfectly in terms of getting a job. In my personal opinion, in my personal experience, professional experience, in terms of like building your skill set portfolio and how to meet the bare minimum technical requirement, you also need to think about diversification. Because the amount of time, unit time you spend is always constant. Like how you are able to allocate your time, but the amount of return you can get out of spending that time, it can differ drastically. I'll give you an example, right? Say you're like a senior developer for Java. You spend another year to learn Java and become a more senior developer versus you diversifying that time, say learn about cloud computing. All of a sudden you're a cloud native Java developer, right? That can open up a lot of revenue for you. A lot of avenue, a lot of doors for you, right?
A lot of avenue to revenue.
Yeah, avenue to revenue, and a lot of doors to avenue to revenue, right?
What about the windows?
Exactly. So I've summarized the ways to, for instance, gain any specialty in the past. I think in modern technology talent market, there are 3 things that you need to pay particular attention about, and I did it in that sequence, but you can choose in whatever pattern you wanna obviously pick up. I think the first thing is programming languages. In order to say you're in the tech industry, you have to know some programming languages, right?
Sure.
So the 3 languages I think that are really valuable in the highly valued in the tech market is because is JavaScript, Python, and Java. And the reason for that is because, well, for JavaScript is because it's open source, it's new, it's hot, you can do a lot like front end, back end. For Python, it's because you can do a lot of data science and a lot of heavy lifting back end stuff can be done with Python. It's
Automation
also
fast.
yeah, not hard to pick up at the same time.
Yep.
And also Java is because enterprise. That's it, right? End of the line, enterprise. So once you can master like 2 out of these 3 programming languages, and you can really consider the second phase, which is picking a cloud platform to stick with, right? So AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, pick one and become an expert in that cloud platform. Now you're able to develop any use case on cloud using programming languages, and cloud computing can really amplify your skill set and what you're able to build, right? Like without cloud computing, maybe you can solve some really cool programming algorithm questions. But with cloud computing, all of a sudden you can build POCs, you can launch like quick demos and product. That just expand your horizon in terms of your skills and where you can do much more, right? Yeah. You're on a different order of magnitude. And the third step is to learn a specialty, like specialty in the sense of emerging technology, like whether you want to be a Fullstack developer, you should learn, you should pick that specialty and learn everything about that particular area. Or if you want to become a data engineer, you should think about, okay, I need to learn about Python or Scala, and then use cloud computing to help you achieve those things that you were supposed to do as a data engineer. If you want to become an AI focused AI engineer or machine learning engineer, Then you want to learn about all these machine learning development kit. You want to learn about all the kind of data models that you're able to use. And if you want to become a blockchain engineer, it's the same thing, right?
So would this be a good summary? Key number one, understand a couple foundational programming languages.
Right.
And a good starter kit would be JavaScript for sort of like the open source factor, the full stack factor. Second one would be Python for the automation factor,
Okay.
a lot of different like beginnings into data science. And then the third one would be
Java.
Java,
Right.
because you can work on legacy technologies, enterprise-wide technologies.
And also because of the good design pattern overall for Java, because of object-oriented programming
Yep.
paradigm.
So that's the starter kit, the programming languages. The second one is understand a cloud platform. The fact is, if you become an expert with Azure, you're still going to be able to get some like GCP jobs
Yeah.
because it's largely transferable. But at least if you show that like one cloud platform is close to your identity, you're going to be able to market yourself for a lot more money.
Right.
And then the third aspect was choose a specialty, maybe like a industry targeted. Maybe you're a blockchain person, maybe you're an AI person, maybe
Precisely.
you're going down a data
Right.
engineer path.
And it usually is not hard once you have a strong, solid foundation of the first phase and the second phase. Like, for instance, if you know JavaScript, you can become a full stack developer pretty easily. And it also, it's not hard to call yourself a blockchain developer because you can use the JavaScript library, like, for instance, Web3 or Solidity, and market yourself as a blockchain developer. You can
Right.
be able to develop decentralized application on Ethereum, right? So, it's and same as like data engineer to data scientist. It's not really hard to make that transition. It just shows that once you have a solid foundation, you almost always have to think about what's the best way to allocate my time next step, right? And that's pretty much it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
So if you're looking to upskill for some reason, if you're looking for a new job, me, the Portuguese Canadian, and the Chinese Canadian are two people you can
Right.
DM directly for different reasons, but largely, we're both concerned with giving you good advice. So be in
Yeah,
touch.
we care about you, man.
We care about you, man.
Yeah, we love
And
you.
woman, we love you
Yeah,
so much.
something like that, yeah.
Okay, bye. 谢谢。